Hey, what's up? I'm Sanisha F and I'm back again with another video. On this channel you'll find videos that help you grow in the areas of faith, just how to discover the path of knowing your purpose, and also some pescatarian recipes because I am a pescatarian and I like to eat healthier nowadays. Thank God, because that was a true process. But yeah, so today I'm just going to talk about another faith area, and this is basically kind of how I used to look at God and how I used to treat him, and sometimes that lifestyle of me treating him poorly has or tries to root itself back up in my life. So today's just title of this video might be a short one, not too much, is that we gotta stop treating God like he a side dude. Okay, so I've been doing a live with my phone. I don't have that much time. I actually wrote down some things, and this was a couple days ago or maybe a week ago, and I just wanted to talk from the heart. I felt like it was from God and just something that really penetrated my heart. And yeah, so we got to stop treating God like a side dude. I wrote, as long as he's doing things, we are on fire for him. As long as he's giving us the things that we want, as long as we feel on top of the world, as long as we with that, we got somebody who may like us and we like them, so now we're like, oh, God is so good. Or maybe, you know, we have a relationship and we just feel like it's so God ordained because we're in a peaceful place, we're in a good place, you know, so God is always good. But as soon as that man leaves, or as soon as a situation arises or something happens, then God is nowhere to be found. God is nowhere to be lifted up. God is not nowhere to be praised. God is not nowhere to be worshiped. He's just, it's like he never even existed. So our mind frame about God has to shift to, no matter if you don't give me the things that my heart desires in this season of my life, I still want to worship you. I still want to glorify you. I still want to give you praise and honor because you're worthy and because I love you. When God wants our attention, we put him on hold. We tell him we're going to call him back or come back, and never really get back with him. I've struggled in that area where I was in prayer and then boom, like I just get distracted, my mind goes elsewhere, and before I know it, I'm so out of the prayer, I'm on whole other thoughts, or I'm on doing whole other activities, wind up washing the dishes, wind up, oh, I gotta go fix my room up and clean my room up, or oh, I can wind up on Facebook, like no lie. Like I can pray and be like, okay, Jesus, all right. You know, I feel like that was enough. And it was probably about 45 seconds of prayer. And I wind up on Facebook. That's sad, right? And that's me being honest. These are some of the things that I've done habitually on a regular basis. You know, and I wasn't that on fire for God, you know, as I would have liked to have been. So yeah, we put him on hold, and you know, there's some things that he wants to get across to us. He wants to tell us some stuff. He wants to communicate with us, not we just communicate with him and think that the prayer is done. He actually wants to spend time with us, and we're so quick to, I'll hit you back on that one, because it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of time for me to focus. It's going to take a lot of time for me to understand that this is really not me talking or this you talking, and it's just too much energy. It's sometimes makes you feel different, you know, and sometimes that discomfort is not something that you want to deal with. So yeah, we care about how he makes us feel. We want to get off, but we don't want to take the time to please him. Yeah, that was a little adult-ish, if you get it. Yeah, I said it, a little adultish. In my time in my life and experiences of experiencing the opposite sex and actually conjoining myself with them during pleasurable moments and times, yeah, like I've had experiences where a guy just whoop whoop got up and I was like, okay, like what about me? But you know, and I don't want to compare God to those experiences because that was dead wrong in fornication. So yeah, it's not saying that he's, you know, that type of God. He's way worthier and holier than me and my mess ups and my wrong choices. But yeah, but that's what it is. Like, we want to have these powerful moments. We want to have the spotlight on us. We want to have a great service on Sunday. on Sunday at church, and we want to just be, swept away by the Spirit and just having all these just amazing moments. But when it comes time for us to really please Him and do the things that cause us to deny our flesh, because denying our flesh pleases Him, makes Him feel like we're sacrificing, and He has feelings. And because we were created in His image, we have some of the same characteristics and qualities as He does, if we're operating the correct way that He created us to. So in that case, yes, it's a great example of what we do when we treating God like a side dude. Like, He's not a husband to us. He's just somebody to just be around and help us when we need help. When it's time for us to get help, or when it's time for Him to need help from us, which is spreading His gospel or denying ourselves for doing something that is going to cause us to be it's uncomfortable. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We don't want to experience that. It's discomfort is not easy, but it's necessary. And I think if you want to have a greater relationship with Him, you're going to have a lot of uncomfortable moments. And it's not to break you or hurt you, but it's to grow you and strengthen you and teach you about you. So it's not a bad thing. But when we're just focused on what can I get out of this, we're already in the wrong type of mind frame to receive or even develop a greater relationship with God. Let's keep it all the way 100. Like, it is a relationship. Like, God is your Father. We are the bride of Christ. So He's our husband. There's so many different forms of aspects when it comes to God and our relationship. So if we can just keep it all the way 100, like, it's not about sex, of course. It's about intimacy and building that intimacy with God. And I'll make a video on how to be more intimate, how to know that you're being intimate with God, because it's not just something to just, you have to understand first in order to apply what you know. So now that you know you need to be intimate with God, I'll give you a deeper understanding what that actually means in another video. But yeah, so God has feelings and emotions, and He wants us just like we would want a spouse, or we want friends. Like, He wants us in that same type of way. Like, that's what did He create us for? We are His children, and what type of parent doesn't want a genuine, relationship with their kids? So God has feelings. And when you get married to someone and you decide to commit yourself to someone, there's vows that are made. Like, I don't even think people understand that there's even depths and, deeper things than just the things that you say to people. So say you haven't even signed a certificate of marriage, but you say, okay, I want to be with you. You're letting this person know that you want to be with this person. You want them to be the only person that you're pursuing. You want this person to be the only person that you are entertaining as far as on a dating level, So if you're telling someone, I want to be with you, and that you guys have clear, clear boundaries, clear, I don't know, let me see, like clear understandings and clear conversations of what you expect from each other. If you decide to if you decide to abide by those expectations, then you have committed a vow to that person. Now, if you out here just lying and saying, oh, I want to commit to you. I remember us talking and you said that you wanted, a faithfulness and communication and, honesty. And, I'm the only person that's with you right now. And I choose to commit to that, and you choose not to. Then you just broke a vow to somebody. You're lying, and you, like, in your heart, you knew that you didn't want it in the first place, but you just wanted to have more, maybe have sex with them, or you wanted something out of it. And when you got what you wanted, you were done. I've faced that many times, and I'm very like, at a time in my life, it became really, 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 really like depressing for me, because every person that I would meet, I would think that it was something serious. I would think that I was more, I thought that I was worth more, but even then I didn't even show my own worth. I kind of gave myself to them. And, there should be clear expectations, clear boundaries, clarity in how you guys are going to move forward. And if you have those expectations and boundaries and clarity set, then when that person says, okay, I want to date you, okay, I want to court you, okay, I want to be with you, then all the expectations were taken care of and the boundaries and everything. So I expect you to abide by those things, So when we actually come to God and he has, his word has expectations. His word has boundaries. His word has things that are going to help you and grow you. But if you don't abide by those things, then you're damaging your relationship with him, and for us, we cut people off with the quick, like, bro, I done kind of reached a point where I just had no tolerance for foolishness when it comes to relationships. So I have not dated in a while, and I'm glad I took that opportunity to not date and be just fully fledged single. I feel great, honestly. But yeah, so it's just like, you just have to make sure that, you're not telling God, oh, I love you, I'm doing this, but then behind closed doors, which is not closed doors to God, because he knows all things. So he sees it, he knows it, and, behind those quote unquote closed doors, you're doing everything contrary to his word. You're doing everything contrary to what your words are stating. If you say you love him, in his word it says, if you love me, you will obey my commandments. So if you're going around breaking rules, and not rules, but breaking covenants and agreements with him, then you're damaging your relationship and you're not treating him with the utmost respect that he should and he does deserve. So when I say, let's stop treating God like a side dude, let's actually genuinely understand that he's not a side dude, and he's just not a God that is above the earth and just trying to control your life or trying to set rules or just trying to be rude, or or you just don't really know him like that. It's more of, he's a husband, he's going to take care of you, he's going to ride for you, he's going to respect you, he's loyal to you, he's faithful to you, he's honest, he's healthy, he's not toxic, and I think when we understand his characteristics, which is another video I should probably make. Yeah, so when we understand his characteristics, then we'll understand that he is a good God. He's a God of relationship. He's a God of love, and treat him as such, Side dudes are so 2018. I was going to say that because it's 2019 now. We need to just get real. Get real. Like, just love yourself enough to love God, because if he's the author of love, he is love, then when you receive him, you're receiving love, and then it helps you actually in your marriage. It helps you in your relationship. It helps you be a better mother. It helps you be a better church member. It helps you be a better woman or a man. Like, so it just helps you knowing the love of God and receiving the love of God as well. So, man, I'm going to even make a video about that. Like, so there's 3 videos I'm going to come off of this video, but I do have a blog post that I made where it is titled, I Was Not Attracted to God. As I look back on my life and when I began to become an adult at 18, God would like pop up in and out of my life, but because of what I really loved was my flesh and I loved the things of this world, I completely was unattracted to him. So when it, like, I wouldn't say completely, because there was some like interest, like, oh, he cool. Like, so it really was like a really different type of level of relationship that we grew from. So when people say that you grow faith to faith, like, it is so true. And I believe that sometimes God can be a complete stranger to people. God can be a friend to people. God can be a husband to people. God can be a boyfriend to people. God can be the head of people's lives as the ultimate supreme God, as the ultimate supreme being. So I would like for you to check that out. I'm going to link it below on my blog called Hurt to Heal. And check it out. And I thank you for watching. I'm trying to make shorter videos because I can talk when it comes to God. Like, I probably won't talk about much of nothing, but when it comes to purpose, growth, maturity, God, and positivity and stuff, like, bro, I can talk a whole session. Like, it's nothing. But yeah, thank you for just taking your time out to watch this. Subscribe below, like it, share with somebody who just may not seem to get it, you know, or you just feel like maybe somebody else can hear it, you know, and really be uplifted and encouraged, or gain some knowledge and understanding and wisdom. So I thank you. I appreciate you. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. I'll link all my social medias below. Love you guys. Peace out.